Hello guys, welcome to Career Compass. This is Deepan Ghatalia, your tutor for ACCA UK Tax and SBL paper. Now students, let's start with this video. It's a fifth chapter of our UK taxation. It's a pension chapter. Let's start with it, students. Now students, when we are talking about the pension, students, the tax benefit out of this pension can only and only be possible if it's a registered pension scheme, students. Then and then only the contribution that you have made can generate any kind of the tax benefit or tax relief. Now students, this tax relief, tax benefit out of your pension have been mentioned many of the times in the previous chapters, students. If you remember, when we were studying students the personal allowance topic, under that, students, the pension contribution will affect our adjusted net income. So it may be possible that because of your personal pension contribution you can get the personal allowance. There will not be any kind of the personal allowance reduction because it will impact your adjusted net income. And apart from that, students, the pension will going to affect your extension of the band also. The more you contribute, students, the more income will be taxed under the basic rate band. So I hope you remember those aspects. All the aspects will going to be revised once again over here in this chapter also. But students, let's start from the scratch. Let's understand the whole pension. Now students, registered pension scheme, students, can be anything. There are lots of registered pension scheme in the UK, but whenever you contribute, students, you have to choose whether that registered pension scheme is an occupational pension scheme or it's a personal pension scheme. Now occupational pension scheme is only and only for all the employees, while the personal pension scheme is applicable to all the individuals. So employee can contribute into occupational pension scheme as well as employee can contribute into personal pension scheme also. But the self-employed people can only and only contribute into the personal pension scheme. Okay, so I hope you are getting this idea. Now students, what happens when you contribute into the pension scheme, students, those pension fund will grow tax free, and at the time of the retirement, students, the part of your fund can be withdrawn as a tax-free lump sum. So right now also you are getting the tax benefit, and when you will going to withdraw those pension fund in at the time of retirement, at that time also some of the amount will going to received as a tax-free amount. Now when we are talking about, students, tax relief, let's say suppose you have contributed £10,000 into pension fund. Okay, now it doesn't mean that, students, whatever amount that you contribute, the whole amount will be available for the tax relief. You will get 100% tax benefit out of this whole £10,000. No, students, there is a rule that tax benefit can only and only be possible on the maximum amount, students. Now what exactly is the maximum amount on which tax benefit can be claimed, students? It's higher of 3600 or 100% of relevant earnings. Let's say suppose you contributed £10,000. Your 100% relevant earning is nothing. It's, let's say suppose your relevant earning is £5,000. Okay, so in that case, students, even if you have contributed 10,000 fully, but according to this particular rule, students, you can claim the tax relief for only and only £5,000. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point, students. There is a maximum limit on claiming the tax benefit, students. Your tax benefit will arise on and only on this £5,000 of the relevant earnings. But let's say suppose you have contributed 10,000, but your relevant earnings are let's say suppose 25,000. So in that case, students, you don't need to worry. Whole £10,000 that you have contributed will be available under the tax relief. So I hope you are getting this point. Now let's move forward to the next concept, students. Next concept is the method of obtaining the tax relief. That means that if you have contributed into the personal pension scheme or occupational pension scheme, how tax benefit will be given. We know that how much tax benefit will be given and what will happen in the case of tax benefit, students, but the method of obtaining the tax relief. That means that, students, if you have, let's say suppose, contributed into occupational pension scheme, then how exactly you will going to get the tax benefit. Okay, so under the occupational pension scheme, students, what employees have to do, they just have to, whatever pension contribution they have made, they just have to deduct that pension amount from their allowable deduction. So what will happen, that their taxable salary, taxable employment income will directly be reduced, and depending on the taxpayer status, if the taxpayer of the employee is a basic rate taxpayer, he will instantly going to get the 20% tax benefit, and if the employee is additional rate taxpayer, he will instantly going to get the 45% tax benefit. But this is the method of obtaining the tax benefit, of how exactly they have to claim this tax benefit. Employees, if have contributed into occupational pension scheme, they have to write the pension contribution amount under the allowable deduction pro forma, or under the allowable deduction head in our employment income pro forma. So I hope you are getting this point. And students, any kind of the contribution received, any kind of contribution received from employers is an exempt benefit. So it's totally, students, will be eliminated. You don't need to show anywhere. Okay. Now let's talk about the students' personal pension contribution. Now students, personal pension contribution do have the two different kinds of the method of obtaining tax relief. Let's say suppose you are just a basic rate taxpayer, then what will happen, students? The basic rate taxpayer will going to get the 20% benefit at a source. That means that if you want to contribute £1,000 into the pension fund, then you just have to pay just £800 from your bank account. The 20% means the £200 will be paid by HMRC. Okay, and your fund, pension fund, will be credited by £1,000. So this is how you going to get the 20% benefit at a source. But let's say suppose you are a higher rate taxpayer or additional rate taxpayer, then what you will do? For the higher or additional rate taxpayer students, first of all, the 20% benefit will be given first of all at source, and then after the remaining 20 or 25% tax benefit will be given under the extension of the band concept. So the higher and additional rate taxpayer will going to get some of the tax benefit at source and some of the tax benefit from extension of the band concept. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point. Still, if you are having any query, feel free to ask. Okay, now students, let's see the next topic, which is the annual allowance, which is once again the indirect restriction on a pension contribution, to restrict the people to make the contribution, or I can say to restrict the people to make excess contribution over and above the limit. Okay, person can make any amount of the contribution in pension funds. There is no restriction on contribution, but the tax relief is restricted to the maximum £40,000. Any amount above that will subject to the tax charge. That means that it will create more tax liability. It will give rise to the tax liability. Annual allowance can only be increased if the person has a previous unused annual allowance from previous years. Yes, and the person should also be the member of registered pension scheme. So let's see the tax charge on the excess contribution made by the person. Now let's suppose the person have contributed the £50,000. So in that case, students, the additional or excess contribution is a £10,000. So how we will going to treat that excess 10,000 contribution? The excess amount will be taxed as a top slice of the income. That means that it will be taxed at the last, and after all the incomes we have taxed. So that means after non-saving income, savings income, and dividend income, and after students utilizing the basic rate band, starting rate band, higher rate band, at the end, at the last, directly this excess amount will become taxable at a maximum rate. But this maximum rate, students, will depend on the person's incomes. Now therefore the excess is taxed separately, and the tax amount will be added in your final tax liability. Okay, now students, as I told you that annual allowance of 40,000 is there, but this £40,000 is for the normal people. For the higher income people, for the millionaires and the billionaires, the annual allowance can be reduced also. Now students, this whole annual allowance is a little bit difficult, and it's important for the examination because it do have lots and lots of kind of the rules over there. Once again, now they are saying that this 40,000 is limit is for the normal viewer. Now the 40,000 can be reduced also. So you have to check in your examination that whether this reduction is possible or not, and whether there is any sign given given for this reduction or not. Okay, how you can check whether you have to reduce your annual allowance limit or not? Students, you have to calculate your threshold income first of all. Now, what does it mean by threshold income? Students, you can see on the screen, there is a pro forma kind of given over here. If your threshold income exceeds £200,000, then the second step will be to calculate your adjusted income. Okay. And students, if your adjusted income is also exceeding £240,000, then the reduction will occur, and then you have to reduce your annual allowance limit. Now the formula of reduction is, students, very simple. Annual allowance is equal to 40,000 minus. Now after minus whatever you can see, it's in reduction formula. Adjusted income. Okay, so let's say I am having the adjusted income of £260,000. So I will read minus 240. So it will give the difference of £20,000. Yes, multiplied by 50,000. So it will give £10,000. So the reduction is £10,000, and my final annual allowance limit is £30,000 for me, because my adjusted income was £260,000. If you are having a very excess amount of the adjusted income, then in that case, maximum reduction to the annual allowance is just £36,000. Any person in the UK will going to get the minimum annual allowance of £4,000. Okay, so whatever reduction formula you can see over here, the maximum reduction can be £36,000. Now this is a very important rule for the examination. Then after, the last thing is the benefits on the retirement, students. Now when we are talking about, students, retirement, once again under the retirement, as I told you that not all the amount that you are having under your pension fund can be withdrawn tax free. No, there is a limit, students. Now students, the limit is nothing but the tax free lump sum amount that you can withdraw will be the maximum of 25% of your value of your fund or your lifetime allowance. Whatever will be the lower amount, students, you can withdraw the amount as a tax-free lump sum. Now students, what will happen to the excess amount? Now you can see over here that lifetime allowance is 1073100. That is the maximum lifetime allowance. That is the students maximum limit given by the HMRC, that much fund you can keep in your pension fund. Okay, but let's say you are having the fund of 1.5 million. Then in that case, what will happen? So whatever excess fund that you withdraw over and above your lifetime allowance, if you withdraw your excess fund is in a lump sum, then the 55% tax will be levied, and if you withdraw that excess lump sum amount, then 25% tax will be levied. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point. But here we are done with this chapter, students. Feel free to ask me any question if you are having. Till then, students, see you guys. Bye.